Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Bit of a funny one. Literally my video yesterday, I was complaining about why Viktor Gyökeres hasn't signed, just being frustrated about the whole thing. And literally within the next maybe 2-3 hours, we finally got the here we go. And to be honest, I was thinking about making a video yesterday, but I was like, there's no point, there's already enough videos about it. And I was just gonna give it time and make a video the next day. But let's talk about finally, man. Viktor Gyökeres, here we go. And to be honest, this transfer saga has been probably the most dragged out transfer I can remember as an Arsenal fan. One of the most dragged out transfers. We see Man United going through these transfer sagas. We've seen other clubs going through it. But when it's your own club, you realize how frustrating it really is. And to be honest, Sporting Lisbon, this is like not something I want Arsenal to deal with ever again. I do not want Arsenal to deal with any Sporting Lisbon ever again. Their president has made this deal so much of a hassle, so much of a nuisance to us. It's almost taken the joy out of this transfer, but the joy is still there. In terms of the fee, I've seen apparently it's at 55 to 60 million pounds, wherever the transfer is. I do not honestly care about the transfer fee, but it's a very good fee for a player. He has scored so many goals. These, I keep mentioning, these are Messi, Ronaldo numbers. And I think I'm so happy with this transfer because finally we have done a statement striker. This was the signing that every single Arsenal fan knew, every single person in the world knew what Arsenal was lacking. We lacked a striker, and we've been lacking it for a few years now. And we knew coming into the season, coming into the summer, the number one priority was sign a striker. I hope we done it sooner, but it is what it is. We signed the striker, and it's Viktor Gyökeres. And to be honest, it's been a long journey. At first, we were linked with Sesko, and at one point, I really did think Arsenal were going to sign Sesko. There was rumors about Arsenal entering advanced talks with Sesko and everything, and then suddenly went quiet. It went quiet, and then the Gyökeres news started speeding up, and suddenly Arsenal were front runners for Gyökeres. For me, I am happy with Gyökeres. The reason why I'm happy with Gyökeres is because Arsenal need someone to put the ball in the back of the net. I am tired, and I think a lot of fans are tired of having strikers that are nice on their eyes, being able to link up play, but at the same time they can't finish. And that's what we need. We need players that can literally put the ball in the back of the net. We need to try something different. We've had the strikers in Aubameyang, the Lacazette, the Kai Havertz. We had Gabriel Jesus. The only one that banged of all of them was Aubameyang. Even though technically he couldn't control the ball like Lacazette, he couldn't link up play like Lacazette. Honestly, when he came to the game, Aubameyang was the most successful striker signing up, all three of them, and he was technically, you could say, one of the least in terms of technical wise. But I think what he had to himself, the skill that he had that separated him from the rest of the strikers we had, was an eye for a goal, and that is exactly what Gyökeres has. Arsenal need to flip the switch. Arsenal need to try something completely different. We have been trying players and strikers that are less about the goals, more about trying to link up play, being technically secure, and it hasn't worked. So guess what? You can't keep doing the same thing. You need to try something different, and that's exactly what this Gyökeres signing is. It's something completely different. It literally flips a script, and that's exactly what Arsenal need. Arsenal don't need any more players that are pretty on the eye. What Arsenal need and what this team lacks is effective players. That's why I love players like Mohamed Salah. Even though Mohamed Salah gets criticized for some reason for being not pretty on the eye, the one thing about Mohamed Salah is that he can deliver. He is effective, and that's what Arsenal need. And that's what Gyökeres, he literally is the definition of being effective. The goals is crazy. Yes, understand it's a Portuguese league, and you have to have the Portuguese tax, Darwin Núñez. I understand all of that. But at the same time, these numbers are so crazy that you have to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge it. And the thing is, if Mikel Merino is scoring as a striker for Arsenal, you're telling me Gyökeres is going to struggle. Like, if Merino is scoring, Gyökeres can bang. And I'm so excited about this signing. It's going to be interesting to see if we do get to see him in pre-season very soon. I know he's having his medical, so we might see him potentially for the Newcastle game. The AC Milan game will be too soon, but we might see him for the Newcastle game. But it's a very exciting signing. I don't remember the last time we signed a striker. I mean, we signed Gabriel Jesus, but the thing with Gabriel Jesus, he came at a time where he was just leaving Manchester City. Manchester City's just signed Haaland. He was no longer required at Manchester City. With Gyökeres, you are signing a prime striker. You are signing one of the best strikers in the market, ready for the next big move. This is the signing, hopefully, that propels us to the Premier League Taiwan, and this is a perfect. I'm so happy for it. I'm so excited for it. I've never seen a player push for a signing as much as Gyökeres did. Him and his agent have given everything for this move to go to, and I'm so happy to see players that really want to play for Arsenal, that are not just here for a paycheck, players that actually want to play, and that's exactly what Gyökeres is. In terms of, you know, I've been seeing on social media how he's going to fit into Arsenal. To be honest, I do not care how he fits into Arsenal. Put him in, let him play, and just feed it to him and he will score. I'm done with the pre-football. Also at this stage where we just need to be effective. That's all it is. Just be effective and let's start scoring goals and winning games, because that's what Arsenal have been lacking in the last few seasons. Just being not effective. And finally, we have someone that can take the burden off Saka. For many years, for 2 seasons now, we have been relying too much on Saka. And when Saka's not performing, no one else in the front line is performing. And Gyökeres should help ease that burden off him. In terms of game, I think, you know, I'm not hearing this, put him on the bench for Kai Havertz. Let this guy start this guy. This is our main striker. In terms of numbers, it's going to be interesting to see what number he gets. Does he get the number 14? Does he get the number 10? Who knows? I think potentially it's between the number 10 and the number 14. The way this guy's been moving, I wouldn't be surprised if we go give him the number 10. But at the same time, giving Gyökeres a number 14, we all know Arsenal loves selling the shirt. So to be honest, don't be surprised if Arsenal end up giving Gyökeres the number 14 shirt. But yeah, man, I'm very excited about this signing. The transfer fee is a bargain. We have signed a top striker, top striker. His mentality, this guy's hungry and this guy's there, hopefully ready to take us across the line. And hopefully next season we're sitting there just thinking, wow, this was the signing that we needed. Why didn't we sign Gyökeres earlier? But yeah, guys, that's just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think about Gyökeres signing. Are you relieved? I think I'm mostly just relieved now. I'm not even happy. I'm just relieved, because at one point I really thought this transfer was on the verge of breaking down. You know, you saw rumors apparently Manchester United coming in last minute with a bid, but he was so determined to come also. There were so many rumors flying around, and it really did feel like this transfer was just going to go on for another week. But we're so happy. I'm so happy. Finally, it's come to an end. But yeah, guys, that's just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think about this Gyökeres signing. Are you happy? Are you happy that it's finally come to an end? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.